Have you heard the one about the young woman from Lexington who took on some invading Confederates?
It's a great kind of conclusion on the end of a very tumultuous year for the Union in Lexington. The year is 1862. Young Ella Bishop was a teenage girl living in downtown Lexington. She grew up with a handful of siblings. She's one of the youngest. Her house is this big, beautiful house on High Street. She has both enslaved workers, domestic servants. So she comes from kind of a wealthy, more of a well-to-do neighborhood. The fall of '62 is also a very hard time for Lexington. Morale was low. It was very low for these very battle-weary Unionists in Lexington. The famous rebel captain, John Hunt Morgan, on one of his final dashes out of Lexington following the Battle of Perryville, he dashes through downtown Lexington right near Ashland, which was Henry Clay's home, and he steals a flag, a Union flag, right from this camp as they're kind of plundering the city on one last-ditch effort before they are ousted by the Union. And as the story goes, young Ella Bishop sees the raiders come right by her house, right down Main Street of Lexington, and she runs after them, snatches the flag back right out of these cavalrymen's hands, and she wraps it around herself, makes her way back home. The Union regiment is just in awe of her. They named the camp at Lexington Camp Ella Bishop after her. And it's really a great motivating story for the Union after a very hard year of battle and war. This flag was actually made by one of Ella's neighbors, Mrs. Fanny Fitch. She hears that this unit coming in from Ohio does not have a flag. And so she basically makes this flag. She makes it so quick that that's why there's only stars on one side, because she's trying to do it very quickly. And so she gives them this flag so that they have a Union symbol to hang over them while they are in Lexington. I think Ella's story is just a perfect metaphor, right, of so many things. One, that the Unionists were kind of feeling, emotionally being on the home front at this time. She not only showed her loyalty in this overt display of loyalty, but really showing that she kind of has not only the moxie and the ability to do this, but that she's really thinking, and she knows what this means. She knows what that flag being trampled on the floor means to her as a young woman. And so this kind of show of great military acumen in a lot of ways, right? She's going up against cavalrymen on foot. I think it really shows that even young women at the home front, are really deeply understanding what loyalty means.
To learn more, visit us online at history.ky.gov. From the Kentucky History Center and Museums in downtown Frankfort, I'm Doug High.